India, a land of diverse cultures, incredible heritage, and a booming young population. But today, this diversity and history are being weaponized. Why are we still fighting over temples, mosques, and monuments? Let me ask you a simple question. When you wake up in the morning, what's on your mind? Building a better future or figuring out who owned a piece of land centuries ago? In 1991, the Indian government introduced the Places of Worship Act. Its goal to prevent the replay of communal tensions seen during the Ayodhya dispute. The law was very clear. The religious character of places of worship as of August 15, 1947 must remain unchanged. No person shall convert any place of worship of one religious denomination into another. But the Supreme Court's 2023 observation added a twist. The 1991 Act doesn't debar investigating a site's history. What does this mean? Investigating a site's history sounds harmless, right? But what are we trying to prove? Let's be honest. If the surveys uncover the temple structures beneath the mosque, what happens next? We have seen this before. The Babri Masjid was demolished in 1992 and the country was engulfed in flames. Over 2,000 lives were lost in the riots. Are we prepared for history to repeat itself? Now let's talk about the Gyanvapi Mosque. The Supreme Court allowed a survey in 2023. Hindu groups claim the mosque was built on a destroyed temple and even point to a Shivalinga found during earlier surveys. Muslim groups refute this, calling it a fountain. But here's the real question. If investigations prove the presence of a temple, what happens next? Do we fight another legal battle for decades? Or worse, will mobs take matters into their own hands? But Gyanvapi is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's talk about Mathura's Shahi Idgah Mosque, claimed to stand on Lord Krishna's birthplace, or Sambal, where temples are said to have been destroyed centuries ago. Even the Ajmer Dargah hasn't been spared. But let's ask the real question. Who benefits from these disputes? Is it the common man or the politician? For many politicians, religion is just a tool. By stoking disputes, they polarize voters. The BJP, for instance, championed these movements, while many opposition parties, including the Congress and the Samajwadi Party, adding fuel to the fire. And what about the religious leaders? Some fan the flames, claiming to defend their faith. But are they really protecting religion or their own influence? But here's the real tragedy. The common man, the Hindus, the Muslim, the Sikh, the Christian doesn't want this. Most people just want peace, jobs and education for their children. And now let's talk about the real victims of this endless cycle, the youth of India. What do we want our youth to achieve? To become engineers, doctors and entrepreneurs, or to waste their potential in hate-filled battles? We are setting a dangerous example for our next generation. Instead of learning about AI, green energy, or space exploration, they are learning to throw stones. Instead of dreaming of global achievements in the past, is this the India we want to build? Look at the world around us. South Korea, Japan, Singapore, with no natural resources, is one of the richest countries today. And us, we are still arguing what happened in the Mughal era. India, it's time to decide. Do we want to be a nation of grievances or growth? Do we want to fight over temples and mosques or build schools and hospitals? To address specific groups, politicians, please stop dividing us. Focus on governance. Religious leaders, please preach unity and not hate. To the youth, don't let history trap you. Dream big, dream global. We, the land of Vedas and the Taj Mahal, Aryabhatta and Abdul Kalam, our legacy is not hate. It's innovation, wisdom and unity. India, the future is calling. Let's not let the past hold us back. The world is watching. It's time to lead.